Y'all, it finally happened. The UFO files released today. This is batch 3, and it's honestly quite interesting. I'm watching it on a 4K TV. I suggest you do the same to get the most details. Eyewitness observes light source below the horizon hovering above a pond, October 2024. This one took place in northeastern United States. Now, there is no audio to any of these, but these are government-confirmed UFOs, meaning they have no idea what it is, and they try to figure it out. From what I was reading on the website, it seems like a orb, like our traditional, we talk about orbs. They're thinking plasmoids. Now, I've seen people talking about living plasma, which is insane. We've already talked about living metal, so it's quite possible. But this is very bizarre. And right here you can see that like dimming out. Apparently it wasn't dimming out in the eyes. That's like kind of when they say that it can mess with electronics, it's just a side effect of whatever the heck it is, which I also find fascinating. And you're gonna see like this dark ring around it, like flickering. That's just artifacting from the camera and them trying to max out the resolution to really get a good idea of what this is. So, don't freak out. Like I always, energy field, you can tell because it's usually maybe, and we don't know what the hell it is, an energy field. If the camera itself, it looks crisp and clean and you know it's 4K. This they obviously altered and they're really trying to enhance and get the most out of it. But what is this orb doing above the water? Now what's interesting is that this is one of the longer clips in the files. And honestly, there's not much else that happens except for them capturing the anomaly on a camera. But it makes me wonder, I mean, maybe they didn't have the means, but I wish the witness would have approached it. Or they recorded it for so long, maybe even reported it to the authorities so that someone, maybe with a high-tech drone or a better camera, could come over to the spot and get a better capture of whatever this may be. And that flashing, I hate that they give us a lot of these files, and some of them they do provide information. As you saw, Fox News said, oh, the observer there. But they don't give too much information or context. So we see this stuff, we don't know what's going on, and then it's like, I can't make heads or tails. Is that flashing the orb itself re-illuminating? Or is it the camera adjusting? It didn't transition, did it? Sorry, let me just check. This may be just another sample of the same clip. Well, not the same clip, but same sighting, different clip. I believe it was recorded multiple times, but not from different angles. It doesn't seem to do anything special or specific, except for the dimming out I find weird. Just because we've seen a lot of UFOs that appear out of nowhere and then kind of like, some of them zip off, but some of them kind of like dim out and fade out of existence, I guess is the best way to describe it. And I almost wonder if that's what's happening here, but it just keeps re-showing up. This is so weird. And it gets weirder still because they didn't just add videos like this. They also added artist renditions of UFO sightings, which will come later in the video. Which I'm like, oh, come on, give us the raw stuff. However, the renditions are based on very credible agents. Of course, their names are redacted, but these sightings were corroborated and confirmed, which is why they feel comfortable releasing these artist renditions, which you will see soon. I just think it's so fascinating that we have so much of this clip. I'm sorry I'm talking so much. I'm blown away by this happening. I think it's so fascinating that we have so much of this clip, and we couldn't better approach the craft or the orb. Or again, no one took the time to get someone with a better camera. Like, I would have been still recording and calling my parents or my siblings or cousins or someone like, hey, grab the camera from home and bring it here now. I'm going to record this as long as I can. And if it's still here when you're here, we're getting a better vision. All right, this one is Eyewitness observed an intensely bright light in their backyard, July 2025. This one's actually 2 lights, so come on, at least put it better. Northeastern United States. Now this is July of last year. It's not that long ago. And what's wild is that during the summertime of 2025, those are very, very interesting. Whoa. I'm gonna go back a little bit. Look at that peak red up there. Do you see that? That's fascinating. Let me see if I escape full screen. Maybe we can get a good... Look at that. I love that the camera is able to capture that color. I wonder if you could see that deep redness with your eyes, or if it was just the lens that's able to capture that level of red. But these things are like bright orange as well. Interesting. Sorry, what I was saying is that around the summer of last year, we were seeing a lot of orbs, a lot of orange orbs, a lot of very strange... I believe one of the sightings that we saw from South America, where this orange orb released another orange orb, was from 2025. And I wonder if this is, well, I mean, I guess we don't really know, but I would say the same fleet. The same fleet of UFOs, the same group. Eyewitnesses observed a bright light source on the horizon, northeastern United States, November 2021. This looks more like a triangular craft to me. Let's go back just a little bit. I'm sure it comes back on screen. Just not as clear. Right, okay, so as they float, right there. Did you guys, let me, right there. Look at that. Almost like it was not cloaked, or right, and maybe it's getting ready to cloak, right? Because you see how it's like flickering. I'm going to go boom, 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 boom. That like intense light is maybe like the technology turning on. Then right before it goes on, you get a glimpse of the full craft. Right? Again, this is just this is just me looking at this theorizing. This is how I look at a lot of the UFO videos when I'm like not recording and I'm choosing whether to post them or not. Just sit here like freaking out. And then though, right, once we get that full form, it's like, okay, right here, you see them disappearing, the cloaking hits. Vroom. Do you see that looks like almost like a force field? I'm not crazy, right, guys? Right? Are these UFO files driving me crazy? Right? But then after we see that, it's like, it's gone. Gone. Look. That's all. That's the last bit of it we see. That little glint. And again, the camera does end up capturing it again. But visibly, right now, to us, prior to anyone looking, there would be nothing in the sky. This looks like a blank screen to me. Like I have to keep checking the video's playing. So this thing is like cloaked. I don't want to skip too far ahead. I don't want to miss the point where, look. Could this be that maybe we can see, they did say on the horizon, so maybe parts of it are reflecting. God, I wish I was the cameraman. What is this? Okay, here we go again. Now we're seeing two lights and almost like it's trying to blur again. This is so wild. I'm also so mad that this is what they released. Like, what is this, cameraman? Like, I'm sure there's just nothing. There's nothing. I'm sure they have much better clips. Like, we know they have much better clips. Oh, here we go. Okay, we got it back in focus. Is there just a flash? Oh, look at that. I would say it almost looks like it's absorbing the other little orb, but then since we had seen that full triangle formation prior, I don't know if it's just the orb that was already there and now it's being illuminated. What is that? What is that? Look over on the left. Hi, friend. What are you? Where are you coming from? Are you just hitting the lens? Is that UFO so bright that it's causing this reflection on the lens? Because it looks like it's moving together. That's also a very intense level of brightness. Y'all, again, I'm watching this as it comes out with you guys. That's why this isn't as structured as a regular video. This is what I'm doing when I'm doing research, like freaking out and zooming in on these things. Okay, again, more nothing? That makes me so angry. Why release this part then? Why not just cut it to the parts where we see it? Because what are we looking at now? I'm on a 4K giant screen with the brightness up to the max. There's nothing on the screen. All right, let's look at this orange one, which reminds me of the orange UFO again that we saw drop off other orbs in the video just yesterday. That was in like Brazil, I think. Eyewitnesses observed two bright red luminous light sources hovering near the horizon, northeastern United States, March 2022. It's always near the horizon. Interesting. Let me get my little Malta. I don't know if there's any left. Oh, that's wild. Oh, did the one just vanish? Oh, or is he just trying to focus? Interesting. Oh, that looks crazy. It looks like they're on fire. But again, I feel like this is just the camera trying to focus on whatever these orbs may be. I mean, they keep talking about, even Grush was going on about these crash retrieval programs and the non-human intelligence bodies, recovered crafts. Give us those pictures. Where's those videos? There's one that looked like a giant potato cloud in the sky, which we'll see later. I don't think it's in this clip because it's not a video, it's just a photo. Oh, do they change orientation? They look like they're aligned. Weren't they just aligned vertically earlier and now they're aligned horizontally? That's interesting. Now you guys are seeing how it looks like they're blurring and merging together. Again, they're not. We've seen UFOs that merge together actually in HD, which is wild. They're not merging. The camera is just trying to focus, and these things are so bright that when the camera loses focus, the lens blurs the light, and then the lights bleed into each other in the lens, making it look like they're doing that, but they're not actually doing that. Like right there, it looks like there's a transference of energy. That's not really happening. It's probably just two stationary or moving very close to each other orb, and the camera's just really trying to focus on them. Like this is more what they look like, not that. Still very weird, and they're just hovering there on the horizon. And again, this is one of those longer clips where, why didn't we get closer? Why didn't we call a friend, family member, or neighbor with a drone, or a better camera, or call the authorities, like in the moment, so that we can get more evidence? Weird. And again, like, look how long these clips are. This is a good portion. So what's that first one? Was a good portion of this. This is the whole release. These are all of the videos. This release was only 12 minutes, 11 minutes and like 55 seconds. This is one I said that's an artistic interpretation of reported incident near a sensitive national security site in the western United States, October 2023. I wish they had given us the real video. The artist's interpretation is very interesting. It's apparently directly what they said, what the witnesses said. And again, it looks like the orange orbs that we see in South America releasing things, just an interpretation of it. Take a look. That's it right there. Like, and apparently that's how it showed up. As opposed to just appearing or zipping around, it gradually moved like that. Like, visually, that's what it looked like. Like, you could still see the after effect of the first ring as it moved into its new position, which is wild, and it makes me think of, you know, interdimensional, which we talked about a few times. But then this happens. Bro, have we not seen something very similar in Brazil? And I believe there's 4 of them that come out, or maybe it's just 3. But we've seen the formations of light, like looking that orange, releasing little red or orange orbs a lot, especially in South America. And now we're getting this interpretation of what looks like possibly the same thing from the government. This one's an artistic interpretation of reported incident near a sensitive national location. Same thing, but I guess later on in the day. Right, and now these things are coming back in the other way. And there's 4 of them. What is that? What are they doing? And I don't understand that extra movement in the camera or the interpretation. like fly. But that's the whole release. That's the third batch of UFO files released today. And I do find them interesting. I wish there were more because we've been expecting a lot more. Last time we got how long? Like 3 hours or something worth of videos, I think it was. Maybe it was like 40 minutes. Well, no, it's because the first batch I counted together because I have a compilation that I looked through. And with this, I didn't feel it. Okay, then there's this, which was the photo that the Pentagon released. And it is here we got it. Newly released UFO document in Release 3 detail a potato-shaped UAP witnessed by 5 Army intelligence officers in Colorado Springs on a clear blue sky in 2022. The object described in FBI UAP document 002 and 003 reports. Okay, the numbers. It hovered there and moved anomalously before the trained observers. The files were publicly dropped on June 12, 2026. The last batch adds a growing Okay, we know this already. This is not really giving us detail, but this is another UFO sighting. Colorado Springs is what it looked like, a giant potato in the sky. And this reminds me of a massive version of a Tic Tac, which we've talked about these before. These have been witnessed before. Many believe these are the actual motherships, and that from this elongated potato-shaped UFO, those elongated Tic Tac UFOs come out of them, boom, and go do whatever the heck they're doing. But it's just pictures, and then the videos that we've seen, this as well apparently was removed, like it was posted and then taken down. Everyone's saying it was posted and then removed. I didn't see the original posting, and I'm pretty on it. People are saying that they're Pleiadians. It looks like, if it's even real, just some people in costume or something. We have a very eyes wide shut type government, no matter who's president, so this doesn't even surprise me at this point. Y'all remember the Bohemian, whatever the heck, that when Alex Jones went and he hit this whole country is crazy. Maybe they're aliens. We need more information on that, but it's been removed, so we have to wait, I guess. But that's like the totality right now of the third batch of releases, and I wish there was more. I wish we had gotten more information, and I wish that for those longer UFO sightings, we had approached the craft or whatever it was. We could have gotten so much more information. But guys, let me know your thoughts on what we're getting now, what was just released, and which one's your favorite. What do you guys think that the artist rendition one was? Do you think it's an orange UFO dropping off orbs like in South America? Let me know. And if you made it this far, smash like. I'll see you in the next video.